My name is Eleanor Thompson, and at 70 years old, I've learned that the deepest secrets often hide in the places we feel safest, our own homes. What I'm about to reveal isn't just a tale of heartbreak, it's a pulse-pounding journey through betrayal, hidden dangers, and the unyielding quest for truth that turned my quiet life into a thriller worthy of the silver screen. If you thrive on edge-of-your-seat suspense, where every shadow holds a clue and every ally might be a foe, then lean in close. This story will grip you like a vice and never let go. It all ignited on that stormy September afternoon in 2025, at the funeral of my beloved husband Harold, in the misty Willow Ridge Cemetery, Illinois. Rain drummed on umbrellas as I stood frozen by his grave, the earthy scent of fresh soil mixing with my silent tears. The pastor's eulogy faded into the wind when my phone buzzed like a warning siren. An anonymous text, "I'm not dead. That's not my body. Trust no one, least of all our sons." My blood turned to ice. Fingers fumbling, I shot back, "Who are you? Prove it." The reply slithered in, "The willow tree scar, only we know. They're closing in. Beware David and Michael." How could they know about the scar from our secret childhood hideout? My world fractured as I eyed my sons across the grave, their stoic faces now masks of potential menace. In that heart-stopping moment, doubt poisoned my grief. For 45 years, Harold had been my North Star, guiding us through life's tempests with unwavering love. We met in the vibrant spring of 1980, me a spirited 25-year-old waitressing at Willow Ridge's bustling diner, supporting my frail father amid the town's golden cornfields and lively festivals. Harold, with his rugged charm, ran the local auto garage, a legacy from his adventurous uncle who'd traveled the world fixing exotic cars. Our love sparked like fireworks, poor but passionate, built on dreams bigger than our wallets. A sun-drenched Friday in May 1980, me hurrying to the market in my favorite sundress, when Harold steps out, grease-streaked but grinning like he'd won the lottery. "Eleanor, heard your bike's chain is rattling. Let me fix it?" I didn't own a bike, but that white lie led to adrenaline-fueled adventures, midnight drives to hidden lakes, where we'd share stolen kisses under starlit skies, daring hikes through forbidden woods, etching our initials, and that accidental scar, into the ancient willow. By October, we wed in a whirlwind ceremony, dancing under fairy lights, vowing eternal thrills amid the ordinary. Our early days were a roller coaster of challenges and triumphs. A cozy cottage that creaked like an old ship, leaking during storms we turned into indoor picnics. Harold wrenched cars from dawn to dusk, his garage a hub of town mysteries, while I crafted quilts that told stories of our escapades. Joy exploded with David's birth in 1982, his eyes mirroring Harold's adventurous spark, and Michael's in 1984, a whirlwind of curiosity. We raced them on tales of hidden treasures and family quests, Harold leading backyard scavenger hunts that uncovered lost artifacts, buried toys, me weaving bedtime sagas of far-off lands. Our home buzzed with laughter, secrets shared in whispers, but as they grew, a subtle darkness crept in, like a fog rolling over the fields. By the 90s, twists emerged. David, ever the thrill-seeker, began questioning our boring life. "Why no exotic trips, Dad?" Michael, his loyal sidekick, echoed every doubt. In 2000, Harold offered David a garage partnership, adventures in mechanics, but he rebuffed, "I crave real excitement, not this small-town trap." That rejection hit like a plot twist, leaving Harold brooding under the stars, sensing an unseen storm brewing. Little did we know, this was the first clue in a labyrinth of deception that would lead to unimaginable peril. As the 2000s unfolded, our sons' paths twisted into realms of high-stakes glamour. By 2005, David conquered Chicago's real estate underworld, flipping properties like a master gambler, amassing fortunes in shadowy deals. Michael dove into volatile investments, riding waves of risk that promised riches or ruin. They returned in luxury rides, suits sharp as knives, but their visits carried an undercurrent of tension. Like characters in a spy novel, always glancing over shoulders. Pride initially masked the unease, but soon, the adventures turned ominous. Calls grew cryptic, visits laced with veiled urgings. "Upgrade this relic of a house," David urged in 2010, his eyes scanning our cottage as if hunting hidden flaws. It was our sanctuary of memories, echoes of midnight ghost stories, family heists for ice cream, but to them it was a liability. Harold whispered one night, "Their success hides something sinister, Eleanor. like a heist gone wrong. I dismissed it, but the mystery deepened. Why the sudden interest in our modest estate? The plot thickened in 2012 with David's marriage to Sophia, an enigmatic socialite with ties to elite circles, rumored to dabble in underground art trades. Her debut visit was a scene from a thriller. She glided in, heels clicking like codes, dress whispering secrets. Dinner turned tense as she prodded our pot roast suspiciously, murmuring to David about discreet venues next time. I overheard hushed talks of opportunities and liquidating assets, igniting my first real suspicions. Was she pulling strings in a larger scheme? Michael, solo but entangled in high-roller networks, mirrored the detachment, phone buzzing with mysterious contacts during 2015 gatherings. Family traditions morphed into interrogations. Any hidden savings, Mom? Christmases became covert ops, gifts extravagant but eyes evasive. By 2018, Harold and I navigated our own quiet adventures, secret midnight drives to relive youth, while sensing pursuit. They're after more than money, Harold confided during a clandestine porch meeting. Feels like we're pieces in their dangerous game. Twists escalated in 2022. David's $300,000 penthouse overlooked Chicago's glittering skyline, a lair for elite dealings. Michael's $200,000 loft hid safes of undisclosed valuables. Their visits felt like reconnaissance. Retirement havens await. Secure, isolated, Sophia hinted in 2023, her smile a veiled threat. Harold countered slyly, but I spotted coded glances. Were they plotting a takeover? The air thickened with unspoken dangers, every conversation a potential trap. By 2024, pressure mounted like a ticking bomb. David brandished secret appraisals. This place? A goldmine if flipped right, $80,000 easy. We resisted, but realtors invaded like spies, measuring rooms under false pretenses. Our explosive dinner revealed, family expansion looms, need resources now, an early windfall. Audacity peaked, demanding our legacy amid hints of accidents befalling the stubborn. Harold's eyes widened. This is no coincidence, we're in their crosshairs. That night, we plotted our own counter-mystery, installing hidden recorders, a daring move that would unveil horrors beyond imagination. Early 2025 brought relentless sieges. Sons orchestrated surprise inspections, documents forging paths to our downfall. Retire, Dad, the garage is a death trap, David pressed, eyes gleaming with ulterior motives. Michael's support felt rehearsed, one slip, and it's over. Their care masked urgency, like villains closing in. We uncovered clues, anonymous notes warning of imminent threats, fueling our secret investigations. Harold, sensing doom, hired shadowy PI Jack Harlan in June 2025. Watch the boys, something's amiss. Jack, a former detective with a knack for unraveling conspiracies, became our hidden ally. The accident struck July 2025, a Tuesday laced with foreboding. Harold departed for the garage, but I felt eyes watching. The call shattered calm, hospital, explosion, critical. Betty sped me there, heart racing like a getaway car. Sons awaited, suspiciously prompt, fiery blast, David narrated, embrace too calculated. In ICU, Harold lay ensnared in machines, but his faint grip signaled, fight on. Doctors dire, burns infected, trauma severe. Days blurred into surveillance, sons probing insurances, $60,000 life, $80,000 comp. Priorities. I challenged, suspicions boiling. Night vigils revealed twists, Harold's lips moved in code, urging check the willow. Nurses dismissed, but I knew, a message from the brink. Coma news hit, minimal hope. Sons pushed, let go, he'd hate dependency. I raged, uncovering their policy hikes to $300,000, a motive unveiled. Alone, Harold's stirrings intensified, fingers spelling poison. Alarms erupted Friday dawn, failed revival. At 5:12 a.m., he slipped away, leaving a void of rage and riddles. Sons swooped with prepped papers, funeral set, claims filed. Their cold efficiency? A red flag in the storm. Funeral July 27th, sparse, secretive, no allies invited. Graveside message ignited pursuit. With Jack, we delved, debts, David $90,000 to mob-like lenders, Michael $70,000 gambling pits. Recordings exposed, antifreeze in coffee, stage blast. Horror, they'd poisoned for cash, plotting my accident next. Clues led to chases. Midnight meets with informants revealing forged docs. Confrontation, sons cornered crumbling, debts devoured us. But twists, Sophia's involvement in laundering? I evaded their pleas, tipping police. August 15th raids, arrests amid dramatic escapes, Michael fleeing rooftops. Exhumation August, methanol confirmed. Town scandal erupted, media frenzy. But danger lingered, threatening calls, shadowed figures. Jack and I went underground, decoding Harold's final clues, a hidden safe with evidence of Son's deeper crimes, embezzlement rings. Revelations piled, Harold's pre-death adventures, secret meetings exposing Son's syndicate ties. Justice brewed but with peril, a near-miss car chase evading hired thugs. Trial loomed, our testimony a high-wire act amid threats. The October 2025 trial was a courtroom spectacle, packed with reporters chasing every twist. Evidence rolled out like a blockbuster reveal, tapes echoing cold plots, sending gasps through the crowd. But here's where mistakes crept in. A key witness, an old garage buddy, initially misidentified a recording voice as Harold's, causing a brief uproar. "That's not my son's," I thought in panic, but Jack quickly clarified. It was an audio glitch from poor recording quality, misunderstood as tampering. The judge called a recess, hearts pounding. Was the case crumbling? No, forensics debunked it as user error in playback, turning the misunderstanding into a dramatic pivot that strengthened our side. I testified amid the chaos. Love blinded me to monsters, but truth cuts through lies. Jury deliberated tensely, guilty on November 10th, life without parole for 35 years. Post-verdict shock, David's suicide note hinted at bigger players, but investigators dismissed it as a desperate bluff, a mistake that left loose ends dangling. By 2026, I launched the Harold Thompson Foundation, channeling grief into aiding victims. But early cases were riddled with blunders. One woman, Sarah, accused her sister of murder based on a poisoned tea, turned out to be an allergic reaction misunderstood as foul play. We nearly pursued a false lead, wasting resources on a wild goose chase through shadowy informants who fed us red herrings. How could we miss that? I agonized, but the mix-up led to a breakthrough protocol, saving future cases. Another twist, a foundation probe uncovered what seemed like cartel ties in Sarah's family, but it was a case of mistaken identity. Her sister was actually a distant cousin with a similar name, leading to an embarrassing apology and a frantic pivot to the real culprit in an underground gambling ring. My home became a fortress of enigmas. The garage-turned-garden hid symbolic clues from Harold's notes, but I misunderstood one as a threat. A buried box I thought contained poison, but it was actually old love letters with coded messages revealing a forgotten family heirloom worth thousands. Jack's visits turned into strategy sessions, where we decode tips on unsolved mysteries, but one led to a blunder. We tailed the wrong suspect, mistaking a harmless neighbor for a hitman, nearly sparking a town scandal before realizing the error in photo ID. Michael's letters arrived incoherently, full of apologies and ghost sightings. I misread one as a confession to another crime, alerting police prematurely. Turns out, it was delusional ramblings from his breakdown, causing unnecessary raids and apologies. Sophia's disappearance fueled rumors. Witness protection? Or faked death? We chased a lead to a sighting in New York, but it was a lookalike, pure misunderstanding that sent us on a fruitless adventure, dodging paparazzi in the process. Health rebounded, but Sundays at the grave brought reflective twists. Wind-whispered secrets I mistook for signs of unfinished business, leading to digging up old records, only to find a clerical error in Harold's policy, briefly suggesting fraud on our end. Clearing it up unveiled a minor embezzlement by a bank clerk, adding another layer of justice. To those in shadows, mistakes happen, misunderstandings cloud judgment, but pursuing truth turns blunders into breakthroughs. Now, in October 2030 at 75, the Foundation thwarts global betrayals amid ongoing gaffes. Elena's case, her brother's scheme seemed like murder, but a misunderstood email chain revealed it as a prank gone wrong, until deeper digs exposed real espionage ties, turning our error into an international takedown with covert ops and narrow escapes from double agents. The garden flourishes with hidden puzzles. Jack uncovered Harold's unsolved riddle, a lost artifact we first thought was metaphorical, but a digging mishap revealed a literal buried time capsule with evidence of a town corruption scandal from the 80s, misunderstood as family lore. This blunder sparked a new investigation, chasing leads through abandoned warehouses and cryptic allies. Anniversary Gala drew 250, but a speaker's slip-up, misattributing a quote to Harold, led to a live fact-check revealing a forged document in our archives, unmasking a lingering accomplice who'd infiltrated as a volunteer. The misunderstanding turned the event into a real-time thriller, with security swooping in for an arrest amid gasps. Nights on the porch, Harold's presence urges solving eternal enigmas, but one vision I mistook for guidance sent me on a false trail to a haunted mill, only to stumble upon unrelated evidence of environmental fraud, blending mistake into unexpected victory. Life's adventures continue, where every error hides a revelation. Gripped? What twists or blunders shocked you most? Share from your city below. Let's unravel more mysteries together. Liked it? Hit like, subscribe, or super thanks to fuel these thrilling tales. Your support keeps the suspense alive.